What is up, you guys? Welcome back to another YouTube video. Woo! So today we're making Blackberry Crisp, which is similar to Blackberry Cobbler. That's actually the recipe I was looking for. But we're going to be making Blackberry Crisp, which is pretty similar. So I'm going to go get the ingredients first, and I'll tell you what they are. Guys, so our first ingredient is going to be 1 cup of flour, and we're going to put all of these ingredients that I'm about to list in a mixing bowl. So I've got my 1 cup here. I'm going to measure it out, put it in the mixing bowl. Then after that 1 cup, we need 1.5 cups of oats. So I'm going to switch the flour out for my oats container. Okay, and then after that, you'll need 1.5 cups of oats. So I'm gonna measure out that. I got my 1/2 cup here. So there's the oats. And then we're going to switch out the oats container for the brown sugar container. Right here. And we need 1 cup of brown sugar. And like most always, with brown sugar, we're going to pack it. So just when you scoop it out, press it against the side of the container so it's flat, and then go ahead and add that. And then we need salt. And we need 1/4 teaspoon of salt. So I've got my salt here, my 1/4 teaspoon here. We're going to add, it's a little bit too much, but it's alright. Just a splash more is what I added, so it's fine. And we're going to mix those ingredients together in the mixing bowl, and that's our first step. Okay, so I've got my mixing stand here, and I'm going to add a mixing bowl onto it, and then I got my mixing hook, tool, whatever, that I'm going to add. And then stand here with the mixing tool connected, and we're just gonna whisk it together. Might want to plug it in first. Alright. So we're just gonna whisk all the ingredients together. Now that it's all whisked together, we're going to add the butter. And you need 1 cup of butter, which is 2 sticks. And you want to cut the sticks into tablespoon-sized pieces. So you can see I've done that right here. And I'm just going to add the pieces into the stand mixer. And then we're going to mix those in. Now after you've mixed it in just a little bit, you're going to get a pastry blender or a fork or a couple forks. And just kind of mash the butter in so it's not chunks of butter with oats and stuff on it. Just gonna make so the mixture's crumbly and the butter is all set in. Okay, so now that the butter is evenly cut in, I'm gonna put it back on the stand mixer and mix it again for just a little bit longer. Okay, so now that we mixed that in, we're going to go ahead and set that to the side. And after that, we need the fruit. So you want to get blackberries, 24 to 36 ounces. I have 32 ounces of blackberries here. And you're going to want to wash them well. So I'm going to get a colander and put the blackberries in and wash them. Okay, so I've got my blackberries washed, and I've got another bowl here, probably a little bigger than the one you'll need, but it's alright. So I'm going to go ahead and add the blackberries into that bowl. The blackberries I'm using are frozen, but it's alright because they'll cook in the oven. And so I'm just kind of pulling them apart because they were frozen together. And then set this to the side. Then we need sugar. And we need 1/3 cup of sugar. with this one, don't add it into the stand mixer. You want to add it into the bowl over the blackberries. After the sugar, you're going to want flour. And you'll also need 1/3 of a cup of that. And then the last thing you'll want is lemon juice. And you need 1 tablespoon of that. And I have a bag of lemons right here, so I'm just gonna get 1 lemon, cut it in half, and juice it using a lemon juicer. Okay, so sort of a food hack with the lemon. If before you juice it, you kind of just roll it around and squish it a little bit, it'll get more juice out of it when you cut it, or squeeze it to get the lemon juice. So I'm just gonna roll it around and squish it a little bit. And then I'm gonna cut it in half so that I can juice it. Okay, so here I've got my lemon half, and here I have my lemon juicer. And tilt the camera down so you can see. So here's my lemon juicer. I'm just gonna put the lemon on top of it, on the point, and kind of squish it around. Okay, now that that's juiced, I've got my other half here, and I'm going to do the same with that. And I'm going to kind of move the juicer around as well, so I'm not just moving the lemon. I can move both of them at the same time. So I'm just going to twist it around until I get all the juice out. Alright, so now inside my juicer, I have my lemon juice. And I'm going to add the lemon juice to the blackberry sugar flour mixture. Set that to the side. And then I'm going to stir it until it's combined. So I've got my blackberries all mixed up, and I've got a 9x13 inch pan here, and I'm going to lightly grease it by just spraying some canola oil across it and getting a napkin. And don't push very hard because you don't want to like mopple it up. You just want to kind of use the napkin surface to spread it around the bottom and up the sides. And then what you're going to do is get your fruit mixture and pour it across the bottom of the pan. And I'm just going to spread them out evenly across the bottom of the pan. Okay, so there's the fruit part. Now we're going to add the crisp. So you're going to go get your stand mixer back and kind of pull any of the the flour buttered mixture off of the mixing tool. And you're going to take that and pour it across the top of the blackberry mixture. And then you're going to spread that around evenly to cover it all. Alright, so that's entirely spread across. And we are now going to put it in the oven. We're going to bake it for about 45 minutes or until like the fruit is bubbly and the crisp topping is golden. But first, of course, you're going to have to preheat the oven. So you want to preheat it to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. While we're waiting for the oven to preheat, make sure you go down and like this video and subscribe if you want to get all of my awesome baking videos. Hey guys, so the oven just preheated to 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and I got the Blackberry crisp here, and I'm just going to go ahead and put it in. And set the timer for 45 minutes. And we'll check back on it then. Okay, you guys, so the buzzer just went off, so we're going to check it. Top is not quite golden all the way around. It's a little more pale in the front. So I'm going to grab a hot pad, and I'm just going to turn it around. The fruit is bubbling, so that's an indicator it's almost done, but the crust is not all the way golden, and it's a little paler in the front. So I'm going to turn it around so it gets more of the heat from the back of the oven. Put it in for another 5 minutes or so, and then we'll check it then. Okay, so after 5 minutes, the buzzer just went off. So we're gonna go ahead and check on it. And it's evenly cooked across the top now. It's pretty golden brown, and the fruit is bubbling still, so I think it's ready to take out. So let's do that. Okay, so I've just taken the Blackberry crisp out of the oven and set it on the stove, and we're going to let it cool for about 15 minutes and check back then. So now we're going to cut into it. So I've got a paper plate here, and with crisp, generally the best way to get it out is to take a spoon and just scoop out some. So right here we've got our crisp. We're going to scoop it onto a plate. And now it's ready to enjoy. And this would go pretty good with ice cream, but since it's a little late at night, my taste testers are not going to get any of that for this round. But I'm going to bring in my taste testers. Okay, so I've got my 3 taste testers here. They're my siblings, and they're going to try the crisp.
When? Oh, okay. Mmm. I want more! I want more! It's good. Is it good?
So by the reviews, I take it that it's pretty good. Okay guys, that concludes today's video. Thank you so much for joining me while we made Blackberry crisp. I hope you enjoyed it, and that if you made it, that it turned out good. So go down and like this video and subscribe to my channel if you want to get all of my awesome baking videos, and turn on post notifications so that you'll be the first to know when I upload a new video. So thanks for joining, and I'll see you next week.